All right, guys, we're going to take a look at a Hamilton chronograph. This is the model number H38416541. My good friend over at Mimo sent this in. He is an authorized dealer of the Hamilton line now. You can see the retail price on this is $2,195. But there will be a discount code. I'll put it in the description down below. So when you go to Mimo's website, put in the discount code, you're going to save yourself some money. So I already have the chronograph going on this, so as I'm talking, you can watch it go around. You can watch the subdial at the 6 o'clock register count. Actually, it's going to do it here right now if you want to watch it. Boom, clicks over 1 minute, so it has a 30-minute counter there. And then, of course, you do have a running seconds over here at the 9 o'clock register, and then at the 6 o'clock, you have a nice date cutout. So this thing kind of has everything that you could want in a chronograph, I think, and it's a legit good size. So it is a true 40 millimeter watch case. The lug to lug is 49.1 millimeter. You can see that big oversized screw down signed crown there with the pushers on this end. Thickness, including the domed sapphire crystal, is 14.5. If you exclude that crystal, I'm sure you're going to drop at least 1.5 millimeter on the thickness. So although it's a little bit thicker, you got to keep in mind this is the H31 movement, which is based off the Valjoux 7753. Great chronograph movement, and you have layers going on there because you have a lot of mechanical stuff happening. So it's going to add to the thickness, of course. 20 millimeter lug width. It comes on this really nice leather that Hamilton provides. It's kind of padded at the very front part here, right off the watch head, and then it goes into just straight leather. So it's going to be super comfortable. Matter of fact, I'll give you a wrist shot on my 7¼ inch wrist. You can see it looks very well sized. It is not, usually when you get automatic chronographs, they are just big, but I'm pretty sure the diameter on the Valjoux 7753, or in this case the H31, which is modified by Hamilton in a few different ways. And I'll put a link to Hamilton's website as well, and you can look through. I'll put a couple links in the description because it's worth giving a look. There's a bunch of little things they did to it to adjust it, 60-hour power reserve and some changes to the way the barrel construction is and all that stuff. So, but I think the movement they used is only 30 millimeter in diameter. So that's how you can get away with stuffing this in a 40 millimeter watch. The rest of it is going to be a challenge for thickness and everything, because you're held within the confines of the thickness of the movement. So while that's running, and keep in mind I'll do the pushers here in a minute, but the screw down crown, it's going to have 100 meter water resist. This crown action is better than I have tried on quite a few divers I've had on the show. So you get a really nice solid pop, and then there's like a weird stall before you get to the actual position where you can adjust the time and everything, and of course it hacks. But the crown is like super solid. There is no movement on it, and then of course you can adjust the time there. So, and then you can just screw it right back in. So the crown stem assembly on this is superb. So, and now as we're finishing up that, I'm going to let the chronograph hand run around a little bit more, and then we can play with that some more. But to adjust the date, there's this little pusher over here. I suggest you use maybe a wooden toothpick or something. I have one. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's reset the chronograph. Actually, we can even zoom in. It is a non-display case back, so I'm not going to be able to show you any fancy stuff there. It has a really nice solid one there. So you can listen. It has a nice solid thump, and then the reset, it just snaps right back into position. So there's that. Now for the date adjust, you use a wooden toothpick and you just push on this guy here, and you can see the date switch over. So pretty simple to use, easy to adjust there and everything. Full polished case, going to be a smudge magnet. I'm trying to clean it up for you guys. Apologize for the fingerprints and everything, but I got to handle it. I got to show you it, and I don't wear white gloves. So Beautiful blue dial. It's kind of almost like a denim blue in most lights, but then it has a little bit of vividness to it if you look closely. Like when I zoom in right there, you can see it almost has a little more vibrant than a straight denim. And then you have like an off-white, not quite cream, tachymeter outside track there. And I'm not sure if it's just crystal plate or if the dial actually does slope down as it gets towards the end of the case. And you can see you almost basically have no chapter. So with the size watch, I think it's nice to just hold that complete real estate with just the dial. So I think the symmetry and everything plays out really good on this one. Really nice printing, beautifully applied indices, nice polished handset. Everything just works perfect on this one. I think Mimo has one other colorway. I'm not sure if Hamilton has more, but definitely check that out. This blue one would be my pick easily. I think it looks very classic with this leather, and you could wear it with other leather as well. It's going to play well with pretty much any leather strap. There is a little bit of loom. You don't expect a ton, first of all, when you're dealing with most chronographs, and then with Hamilton, but it does look like they kind of improved it over some of the past Hamiltons. Although I do see a slight deviation in its potency in a couple indices, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on this. I definitely think they nailed the size and the quality of the movement and the overall materials and construction. It comes with a pretty nice looking display box. And then, you know, with the discount over at Mimo's, you're going to be under $1,800 for this. So, I think it's a great option for a automatic date chronograph with a running seconds. Like, it checks all the boxes that I would want in a chronograph if I were looking for an automatic chronograph. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Mimo for lending this in, and I'll see you on the next vid.